So in even the calculation of mark-to-market, I'm slightly uncomfortable with some products that are required to be mark-to-market, because there are some products that are so esoteric or so tailored that the concept of marking-to-market doesn't necessarily mean anything. You're making up a bunch of stuff because you don't really know, because there is no market. Or other element of mark-to-market that makes me uncomfortable is forcing banks, all the assets on a bank's balance sheet to go to mark-to-market, because that does create a lot more volatility than necessary. That's another aspect of it is when you decide the actual when you decide what assets are going to be mark-to-market versus what assets aren't, can be a bit subjective, and there could be some games played with that on the accounting front. But conceptually, it's not a bad idea if you were working in a trading book to, if you are actively managing assets to determine a mark-to-market of them. For example, mutual funds. You look in the newspaper every day and you see effectively a mark-to-market of where they are, and then you decide whether you're going to invest or not, or take your money out or not. And that it's certainly a helpful indicator for how people are performing in some cases. So I think in some cases it's good, in some cases it's bad, and in other situations my concern is about the calculation of it. I don't know, Betsy, would you add anything to that or take away anything?
No, as a whole, I completely agree that mark-to-market is a good thing, but then when you apply it to your esoteric assets, as you said, it can be cumbersome. When you apply it to a whole balance sheet, it can be cumbersome. But in essence, the idea is that it's trying to get to a value of an instrument at any one point, which is theoretically a good thing.
Terry, since you're in London, how is the euro doing, and are you concerned?
Sadly, I am not a currency expert, and I haven't really been following it. I don't really have a view on that. I do have a view, but it's more of a personal view as opposed to something I think that would be considered a professional view.
I hear you. Ellen, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's been very interesting. Thank you.
We have been talking with Terry Duhon and Betsy Mettler from B&B Structured Finance. They have had the courage and the decency and the kindness to make time available today to share so much about a mysterious part of finance and credit default swaps, and really giving us a whole systems approach to understanding everything in context with a clear perspective. So many organizations have refrained from talking to the media, so we really appreciate your participation. I also want to thank Ellen Brown, the author of Web of Debt, for being willing to also come on and to assist with questions that I may not have asked or known to ask. And I just really want to thank all of you for your participation, and we hope that at some point in the future we can come back after this interview is done and the public consumes it and starts to digest it and sit with questions and hear answers to things they may have been thinking about and learn things that they didn't know. So thank you so much.
Thank you for sponsoring it.
Thank you.
God bless you all.